Oh, hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Monday, it is the start of a brand new week, and we are going to kick it off in style for you because of course we're going to start it with a masterclass. So we're going to look at, in this case, a couple of products that we know you guys, a lot of you already own and you already love, and we're going to give you loads more ideas on how you can use them and really inspire you as well. Now, because it is something that I know you guys have loved so much previously, so many of you have got great projects that I want you to send in to us. So if you want to email us your pictures, please do. studiocraftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. We are talking about two of the most exciting recent launches we've brought you, which is our exploding box and also the Ultimate Organizer collections. It is like personalization to the next level. So we have had, haven't we, such a tremendous response to both of these recent launches.
Oh yeah, both big launches from our birthday event. And you know what our birthday event is like. We save all our biggest launches from the whole year and put them in the birthday. Now, I remember doing this masterclass literally, I think we did it, Joe, and everything sold out during the masterclass, okay? You can go back and watch the masterclass if you want to. I'm going to do something, same style, but with something a different kind of colour and theme spin on it today. But I wanted you to see, in case you want to look back at what I made last time. So we learned how to make this fabulous big, like an exploding box, but an exploding box for you to keep all your pictures in. So it's got a little mini box inside. And then, Joe, I love this, right? So it's got all these little pulley sliders that reveal all your photographs
awesome.
inside, right? And then we've got, so can you see, if we open these here, we've got twist and pops in here. So you can put all your own little twist and pops in there. And then we've also got, if I keep going on, it's got its own little miniature. You get back in there, I'm going to twist you around a bit. It's got its own little miniature pulleys and then waterfalls. So can you see we've done them and put, if I just tilt this up to the camera there, you can see in the light, we've put our own little mini waterfalls in here as well. So I'm going to teach you how to do the outside exploding box, how to do the twist and pops that go inside, how to do the little pulleys that go inside, and how to do all the waterfalls to go inside, but a completely different kind of look and feel and style. Now, I was pushing it a little bit today, Joe. Let's see. So they told me, like, because we've all been planning our own shows, and they told me that, you know, I could do a masterclass. What did I want to do a masterclass on? And I said, well, everybody will be starting to have these delivered now, so hopefully that'll inspire everyone if I do a masterclass on this. But then I also felt like I would love to do a masterclass on how
It's a good job you're the boss, isn't it?
And there wasn't enough slots for me to do 2 masterclasses. So I said, well, I'll just do them both at once. So I'm hoping to get chance as well to do a fabulous Christmas organiser to show you how you can get all your receipts, your little notes for your Christmas shopping if you want, adding things like your stamps and you remember things, or even, look, little gift cards can go in there, and all of your like little receipts as you're collecting them to go in here. So I really want to try and cover off how to do an ultimate Christmas organiser with our ultimate organiser set, and also the exploding box with all of my pictures. So wish me luck getting through both of those in the next couple of hours. And of course, because it's interactive, Joe, I will take all your questions live as we're going.
Oh, how fabulous. Yes, you're getting 2 for the price of 1 today with this masterclass, which is absolutely awesome. Lots of you chatting away already over on social media. Remember, you can join the conversation on Facebook at Crafters TV, or of course on our YouTube channel. I can see Georgie Ann's in from Florida, Laurie in Ohio, Roberta, Wanda, Amy, Diana, all tuning in from all over the place, from Arizona to Indiana to New York. So lovely to have each and every one of you with us. Now, as Sarah said, any questions that you've got, maybe you've put some of these together and it's raised some questions and you want to get Sarah to answer them, you absolutely can. Do that on social media with me. Now, whilst I know loads of you already have these collections, I know some of you won't yet have them, and there is an opportunity for you to get your hands on them at an awesome price. So I'm going to take you first through the complete collection of the Gemini exploding box dies. So what you're firstly going to get is the exploding box. Now, this is the main concept. So this builds the base of it. It also builds that lid element on there for you as well, and that's what that's going to cut out. Now, you're going to get full instructions included. Of course, Sarah has already done a launch day on this, and you're going to get this masterclass as well. So that is your main element. Then you've got all the bits that go into there as well. So you've then got the twist and pop. No, not the bend and snap, the twist and pop, which is this element just here. So this pops out. You can put things like photos, you can put sentiments in there. There's so much you can do with every single element of this collection. Then we've got the slider mechanism, which is awful, because what this does is it allows you to put photos on the outside and then photos on the inside. Maybe it's a little secret message that you're going to pop in there. You've got so many different options for you. And then what we've got is the waterfall, which I absolutely love. I think this is such an impressive element to have in those exploding boxes. You're then going to get as well, also, oh, I'm knocking my display over. You're going to get the fancy borders in here, so going to help you add to that decoration. And finally as well, we're going to give you the happy sentiments in there too. Well, I say finally, that's not it, is it? Because that is not all you are getting, because you get not 1, but 2 gorgeous paper pads in here designed to enable you to beautifully decorate these boxes. Normally £18 are these. You're going to get toppers in the back of here as well, which is awesome. So these are going to help you create tops or stoppers, and then what you've got are all of these gorgeous double-sided, I'll add as well, papers in here. 180 GSM, so you get 40 sheets in this one here. This one's your traditional florals, and then you're going to get as well 40 sheets in here in your contemporary watercolour. And again, you're going to get those awesome toppers in the back, and then all of these gorgeous double-sided papers. And these are just, they're a match made in heaven when it comes to putting these together with your exploding boxes. If you want to get your hands on it, you can. £80 if you're in the UK, $120 if you are in the US. Platinum members can pick this up today for quite an unbelievable £64 or $96, which is absolutely awesome value for money. It really is. Now, we also have the Ultimate Organiser for you on the show, which is awesome. And this is so great if you want to create a whole vast array of things, from sort of memory pockets to even little recipe booklets, or you want to get organised, you want to keep receipts in here. This is what's going to do it. But your organisation can be so pretty. So what you're going to receive in this collection is you're going to get the Ultimate Organiser Complete Collection. So in here you're going to get this is the Ultimate Organiser. It's sort of main framework, if you will, for your organiser. And then what you're going to get is you're then going to get all these different gorgeous stamps in here, and these are what are really going to help you to get yourself organised. Let me share with you these boards actually. So in here you get the Ultimate Organiser stamps. They're those ones just there. You're also going to get these ones as well. Then you're getting this one here, which is these are your panels that is going to be cut out from that main die that you can see there as well. So you're going to get absolutely all of that, which is awesome. Let me just take you through the stamp collections as well, so you can see how they work. You've got Make a List, which is this one just here. You've then also got memo cards. You've got months, days and occasions in here, as well as calendars as well. And they make for you the most gorgeous organised. I think if you gave someone one of these as a gift, just with maybe some little memories in here, some dates to remember, they are absolutely awesome. Some little pictures in there as well. And also, I think value for money, what you're able to create for £73 or $92 is really awesome value for money. Platinum members, $58.40 today, or $73.60 if you want to get your hands on them. Already busy, I'm hearing, for the exploding boxes and for the Ultimate Organiser. There's going to be absolutely loads of inspiration for you coming up in the show. This is definitely going to be one of those that you'll want to share on Facebook, or save it, or bookmark it across on YouTube, and come back to and keep re-watching and reliving it every single time. I do need to do a bit of housekeeping as well. Tomorrow, unfortunately, we aren't going to be here with you. We've got some essential maintenance work taking place on our website, which means that the website will actually be down for most of the day tomorrow. There's nothing to worry about. It won't change what the website looks like or anything like that. It's just some techie behind the scenes stuff that the teams are doing, but we will be back here with you, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, again on Wednesday. So I expect you to get even more crafting in tomorrow, and share the pictures of me of how you spent that extra time on Wednesday. Sara, so many different things that you can do with both of these collections, aren't there? So exciting to see what other people have been up to with theirs as well.
Oh, absolutely. I've been reading the comments. I've been going through loads of people saying they've just had theirs delivered. It's brilliant to see some ideas to do with it. Joe, I've had an idea. Okay. I have had an idea, okay? I really want people to chat with us through the show today.
Okay.
And I really want people to send their pictures as well. So how about I say, I'm going to make a box. It's going to be a box with my family photos in, but I'll leave plenty of space, and I'll send our box to somebody who comments, right? So who, you can pick a comment at the end, Joe.
Okay.
And we'll send our box out to that person along, and like I said, it's got my pictures in, but you can either take my pictures out and put yours in, or you can add with your own, or it's just a nice little keepsake, because it'll be a one-off, pretty unique thing.
Awesome.
So, yes.
You know what that means? the more you comment, the more chances you've got to win. So you've got to have a good old natter with us today, more than any other day, Sarah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, that's my motivation. I need to keep you chit-chatting with Joe. It's because I'll go into one of those crafting comas where I'm in my own little world and he'll not be able to talk to me, so this way he can talk to you and I can answer any questions, right?
Sounds great.
Okay, so should we get started? Right, so what I'm going to do is when you get started, there's loads of different components. This one is your starting point. So it's going to do the outer box lid and then it's going to do the inner box sides, right? That's what we're going to start with now, Joe. And then can you see it's got 3 of these? These are for when you do your little inner boxes, but I'm just going to focus on doing the outer box to start with. You do get full instructions with this. So it will show you everything you're going to cut out, and then it shows you how everything goes together really easily. So what I'll start off with first of all is this piece here, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to cut out, I've got just some blank cardstock here, so I can show you this. We're going to cut out 4 of these. Now, yes, you could argue on one hand, your Gemini is so powerful that why wouldn't you just go and cut like multiple layers at the same time? But I've got a nice top tip for you, right? So when you are doing die cutting and you're using dies that have scoring lines in them as well, please try and always just do one at once. Because if you try and do multiples, what happens is the first one, the score line's going to have too much pressure, and the next one, it's not going to have enough pressure. So you should always make the effort to do those one at a time, Joe, when you're going to be doing them. So like you can see with this one, it's got the fold line and it's got the score lines in there as well. So you're just going to fold all of those over, and we're going to get that ready. And then we're actually going to do 4 of these. Now, has my little tactic worked, Joe, in terms of getting you lots of people?
Absolutely, it has. Loads of questions coming already. Julie says, will the exploding box die fit through the midi, Sarah?
Fit through the midi. So this one will, oh yes, let's have a little look. This is just slightly too large.
Okie doke.
Okay, so it's only just ever so slightly too large, but what you could do is, you could always use that as a template or make a box lid on your regular Ultimate if you want. The core bit is all fine to go through. So I hope that helps. For those of you who are wanting, I'm guessing you want to do it quickly, all right?
Absolutely.
Now, if I just show you in the instruction booklet, Joe, so everyone can see where we're up to. So I've folded and burnished the score lines. We've got 4 of those. Now, it says to form the base, you will need to cut a piece of cardstock the following size. So you need it 3.8 inches. So what I've done is, with this one here, I've attached that first one onto that piece of card, which is 3.8 inches. Now, we've given you all the measurements exactly here, so that basically you can't go wrong, right? So you do one cut, everything else is die cut. And what we've done is, instead of giving you a square to die cut 3.8 inches, we've only given you the things that are essential die cuts for what you need in the pack, Joe, so that you're not wasting money buying dies for things that's just a square that you don't need to cut.
Absolutely. And because I think the price as well, Sarah, considering the concept you're able to create with this, the price is awesome, isn't it? To be able to create this for £80, you think about how many you're going to create of these for all your different family members in all the different colourways that you can do, because you can make them look and feel really different, can't you?
Well, that's the idea. And I'll be really honest, Joe, that was our motivation, okay? We were trying to get the price as low as we possibly could. I wanted to get it under £100, okay? So watch this one here. This is going to connect under here, Joe, just so you can see. It's going to go under there and connect onto that piece there. Can you see? So as long as everyone can see what I'm doing, I don't need to tell them what I'm doing as we're going, as it was. But yes, it was really important for me to get that price to that price point, because I wanted this to be something where people didn't think, oh, do you know what, £200, I like that box, but I don't know if I like it enough to spend that amount of money on it. That's what we were trying to avoid. We were trying to make it affordable so that you can look and go, absolutely, I love the idea of making all these boxes like this. And for that, you know, people who are doing this as a small business, for example, Joe, it might be that, you know, you're buying this and you're going to be selling these on Etsy at $15, $20 or pounds a go easily. So by the time you've made 2 or 3 of them, it's absolutely paid for itself.
Absolutely, it will. And I think as well, if you've loved previous launches, like the Precious Memories, for instance, this goes hand in hand with that collection as well. So imagine being able to tailor boxes and memory books together as well. It's going to look absolutely awesome. Loads of you chatting away already. Tessie says, boxes and tags, oh my. Vicky says, been loving making the organisers. Vicky, you know what you've got to do? Send us in some pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Marilyn says she's watching from Galloway, Ohio. She ordered these, and so happy to watch Sara demonstrating them. She's getting loads of inspiration. Peggy says she loves the exploding box. She's just finished number 6, Sara.
So that means Peggy will have loads of nice pictures to send us. Is that right, Peggy? Have you taken some pictures of them as you've been going?
I do hope so, Peggy. Pop us some pictures. You know what to do. Shirley got hers just yesterday, so she's really pleased that we're doing this masterclass today.
Timing, Shirley. Great timing.
Awesome timing. Joe says, as well, I've got this, but I haven't done much with it. Can't wait to see how to do it all. Would you know what, Joe? Get it out. Watch this show. You can also pause this if you want to, you know. So whilst you're doing it, you could even craft along if you already have it at home. Kelly says, well, excited for this masterclass. My set's on its way and I can't wait to get one made. Well, then make sure you save this masterclass in that case, Kelly. Jean as well says she's got both sets, but they are both still in the packaging. Give me your hand, Jean. Put your hand out. I'm going to give you a slap on the back of the hand because you cannot make beautiful things with them if they are in the packaging. So definitely, I hope we inspire you today to get them out. Lorraine as well has the exploding box, says inspiration central today, she's saying as well. And Torchik is working on both the box and the organisers for gifts at the moment.
Brilliant. Honestly, I said they would be brilliant Christmas gifts, didn't I, when you got them? So here we go. There's the base outside of the box made, right? So that's the outside. Then what we're going to do is make the lid to go on top. So when it comes to making the lid, what you're going to do, Joe, is you're going to use this outside die cut here, right? And you're going to die cut that out. So I've got one here, just in the interest of speed. Can you see I've sent this through and then done all the die cutting? And all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to fold and burnish all of those crease lines as well. And then what I'm going to use to decorate it, because I've just made it in white at the moment, I'm going to be using those gorgeous paper pads that we've got now. I know a lot of you probably got the paper pads when we launched them, but now you might be ready to kind of restock and get some extras.
Absolutely. A lot of you are stocking up on those paper pads. They are very busy individually as well. I'll take you through the options on those again in just a few minutes. Hilary Mulholland says on YouTube, Sara, this is my favourite product launched all year.
Really?
Companion.
I'm totally with you on that, mind. I'll be really honest, between this and Precious Memories, right, which I know was a last year launch for us, I've been doing absolutely loads with photos this year. So especially like the grandparents, because we haven't been able to spend time with the grandparents that we would ordinarily, I've been taking tons and tons, like extra pictures of the kids. But I think it's one thing to have the photographs locked away in your phone, but it's so much better when you can have those photographs actually come to life in a product. So whether it's that, you know, you're wanting to do something like I have of the grandkids, or whether it's capturing, you know, some of your, I mean, I did a Precious Memory album for one of my friends when she had a baby, and I sent, you know, them first few weeks of the of when they had the baby, and I did a one for her and a one for a mum. And I just think this is just another way, again, a beautiful gift to kind of capture those memories all in one. Now look at that. I've got the lid. Here's my base again. So as it folds all back up like this, that makes the outer part of that box.
How awesome.
Beautiful, right? So we've got the box done. So there's stage one. We're on good timing. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get everything out to decorate it, and I'm going to be using the one, so I'm using the one called Contemporary Watercolour, Joe.
Awesome.
If you show everyone the Contemporary Watercolour, I'll get all my bits and pieces out to show you how we decorate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, just on the point there, you were talking about photos and pictures, Sara. Paula was asking what the brand of little printer that you have for your photos is.
Yes, I have the little Canon Selfie. If you're watching in the US, it's the one that's on HSN every time they have a craft day. I didn't actually get mine from the US. I paid a lot more money and had to have it sent from somewhere here in the UK. But those little Canon Selfies, I've just bought Leanne one as well, so she can print out loads of pictures of her granddaughter as well. They're brilliant.
Oh, Leanne's been sending me pictures of her granddaughter dressed as an elf and all sorts of wonderful things, Sarah. Honestly, it warms my heart.
She's lovely, isn't she?
She's so adorable. I want to run you through both of the paper pads that are in here. I know a lot of you will have got this collection already. Maybe you're coming back to stock up on the consumables. Two different options for you, both equally gorgeous, which is why I think a lot of you are going for both of them. You've got 40 pages in each of these. You've got toppers in here as well as double-sided papers as well. So you've got 40 sheets here. This one is your contemporary watercolour. That you've got $17.99 in the UK, $22.95 if you are in the US. Some really lovely floral designs, some really nice pattern designs in there as well. Then you've got the other option as well. If you're going for the big collection, of course, you are getting both of these. This is your traditional florals. And again, you've got those toppers in the back of there. And then what you've got are these. I feel like this, I love these stripes that you've got in this one and the checks. Really awesome. And so many lovely sort of paisleys and stuffs in here. Definitely some options in here for some more masculine cards as well, I would say, or projects that you might want to work with. Going to work great with your exploding boxes. Going to work equally well away from your exploding boxes as well, as what I would say. Getting very busy on the main collection also for the exploding boxes. I will say, so a lot of elements from this are only available within this collection. So the large main box lid and base, as well as the waterfall mechanism and the twist and pop mechanism, they are only available in that collection. So if you want to get your hands on them, you will need to be quick. We don't have as deep a stock as we would like. I would let you know as well, and it is getting very busy already out there. If you want to, I'd always say for all of our shows, definitely get yourself over to the website craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au. have a little look at everything that we've got in the show when you click shop the show. Loads of pictures coming in already, Sarah, which is super exciting.
Ooh.
Wanda sent this one in. I love the flower on here.
Oh, Wanda, love it. Oh, it's a big poinsettia. Very impressed, Wanda.
Really gorgeous. She's been very busy as Wanda. She sent us this one in too. Love that.
That's the inside. Oh, now Wanda has done a lot of those little pulleys. That's what I'm going to be showing you in the show.
Awesome.
Oh, there's the pulleys opened up. Love it, Wanda. Love it.
Absolutely beautiful. Keep sending your pictures in to us. We love it when you do so. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. I had a question in that I didn't quite understand. I don't think I have the crafty capacity, Sarah, so I'm going to give it to you anyway. Terry says, is the centre square the same as the side squares with the heart and tabs cut off? Could I cut 5 and modify the centre one by cutting off the heart and tabs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I was looking here and given that an exact measure, what an absolutely brilliant idea. Do you want me to show you what she means there?
Yes, please, because it doesn't make sense to me.
Right. So you see how we did 5 of these, right? So what she said is, if we cut off this here, right, and this here, is this the right size then to attach? So this was the one, we started with one in the middle and attached the 4 round. Yes, this is then exactly the right size to attach them onto. So much so that next time I do this show, I'm not even going to say what size this is. I'm just going to say, do 5. On the 5th one, cut the little heart off and you're ready to go, folks.
What a great idea.
What a great tip. Whose tip was that?
That was Terry on Facebook.
Terry
suggested that.
Brilliant. Terry from Facebook. Next time you're watching me do this on a big show, you can say, that was me that taught her that. Absolutely brilliant.
Love
right.
That.
So, speaking of which, are you ready for me to show you the kind of the next part inside?
Yes, please.
So I've got those lovely bits that I was just showing you. In fact, I'll do these, Joe. Just do a little bit of decoration around the outside. So here we go. Don't forget, this could be yours. I could literally be sending this exact box to you.
All you got to do is get your comments in.
Yep.
That's all you need to do is have a bit of a gossip with them. Do you know what I'd love to know? Who would you send one of these boxes to? If you were going to make one of these, and the first one that you make or have made, who have you sent it to, or who would you send it to? I'm just thinking about who I'd send my first one to.
Oh, do you know who I sent mine? I
know.
made one the other day.
Well, that's who I was going to send one to, and I thought, I can't say I'm going to send one to them because you've already sent one to them.
Well, yes, so we did. A friend of Joe's and ours has a little baby, and I picked some photos from Facebook and made one and sent it to them. But then actually, do you know who else I made one for? My nana, who's in a care home at the moment. And we haven't been able to go and visit the care homes because of COVID. So what I did was I put loads of recent pictures of the grandkids in a one for my nana, and they let me leave it at the door, kept it in quarantine for 3 days, and then sent me pictures of my nana opening it. So I was thrilled to bits. Thrilled to bits. So, right, here we go, Joe. I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to show you the, I'm going to do the inside pieces next, right? So here we go. It tells me for the inside pieces, what we're going to do is we're going to use these 3 dies here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 different sizes of dies. Now what you're going to need to do is it will tell you you're going to need to cut your squares of card to exactly the right sizes. So you need some, they're all 4 inches long, and you need some that are 3.5 inches wide. You need some that are 3.2 inches wide, and some that are 3 inches wide. So can you see? So these are 3.5 wide, these are 3.2 or 3.25, and these ones are 3 inches wide. And the reason you have different thicknesses, Joe, is you see this one here is now going to fit perfectly over the edge of that size there, right? This one here fits perfectly over the edge of this size here, right? And then this one fits perfectly over the edge of that size there.
Awesome.
And what it does is, it means you can do the little, cut the little tabs without actually having to go as far as cutting the, basically having to have a die that does all the, because if we did dies for all of those sizes, Joe, the whole kit would be about £250. So we've tried to work out ways that we can take that cost down. So what you'll see is now, I've done these, so let's have a little look. There is the 4 at the smaller side. You need 4 of each size. So there is 1, hang on, have I got 3 or 4? I've obviously planned to cut my 4th one, Joe. I'll get busy and get cutting. I'll get my MIDI out.
Awesome.
And I'll cut these while you're doing comments.
So I just wanted to let everyone know, some people are having problems finding the main collection in the Shop the Show section of the website. We've just jigged it around for you, and it's right at the top there. So if you were looking for it on the website and you struggle to find it, get yourself over there now, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Click Shop the Show and you will see it right there now at the top of the page, which is absolutely awesome. Lots of you still chatting away. Robbie says I got this recently for all the small interactive parts for the cards rather than the box itself. But now the video is being saved for when I get this out. So that's an interesting thing, actually taking elements away from this collection and using it elsewhere, Sarah.
Yeah, so you don't have to use it just to do the box that we're talking about. You could absolutely use these little elements inside to make your cards there. So let's have a little look. I'm going to have to concentrate on this bit, Joe.
No problem at all.
Here is my 1, 2, 3, 4 of the smaller size. 1, oh look, there's my 4th one at the smaller size. I've got 5 at the smaller size now. I'm probably going to have 5 at the medium size, and then 5 at the large size. Now though, what we can do is, we can use, we know it's exactly the right size. With this cut off, it's going to be exactly the right size to connect them together. You'll see what I mean here, right? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you need a square to stick them to in the middle, which is what I'm going to cut that to. Hang on, let me get this right size. This should be exactly, so it's not by 4. Come here, Sarah, here we go. This is here, so that tells you to do the middle size 3 inches square. So you end up with a 3-inch square, and that is going to glue to our 4 outside base parts like that.
Awesome.
Right, I'm going to be off then. I'm going to be off. Well, what I mean is you've lost us.
Okay, you're gone into I don't know what we call it, into an adhesive.
Let's just call it a crafting coma.
A crafting coma. Love it. Love it. I need to let you know, a quarter of the stock of this collection has sold out and gone. I know a lot of you are watching, beady-eyed, but yeah, it's going very, very quickly. I'm a bit concerned about the stock situation. So if you do think you want it, maybe think about getting it in your basket sooner rather than later. Lots of you still chatting away with me as well. Remember, someone is going to win one of these boxes as well, which is absolutely awesome. Bonvi on YouTube says, I previously used a template. It was a signature piece for graduation. Was so happy to see a die created, because this makes everything so much easier. I think that's a really great point, Sarah, isn't it? You know, a lot of people have been making exploding boxes for a really long time, but it's one of those things that you had to be, you know, a super duper talented, uber top of your game crafter in order to maybe even contemplate giving it a go. Whereas with this, everyone can give it a go.
Well, let me tell you, I was one of those super duper uber top crafters that used to make the exploding boxes, right? And it would take me an age. So when I got married, I did exploding boxes to go in the centre of every table.
Wow.
But it was like a 2-day job for me to do them exploding boxes. So in all honesty, it had to be a really, really special occasion for me to make something like this. Now that everything's worked out and you've got the sizes, I mean, look at that.
Good to go.
It takes seconds. Now, I'm going to have to do this with the other one, so you just...
Okey-doke.
You keep going, I'll stick them all in, Joe.
Diana saying, this is such a versatile craft item, so many themes for gifting or for selling, so fun to put together, almost as much fun as the confetti boxes. I can see why this would work well together, couldn't you?
Yes. Oh, I think they would work brilliantly well. Do you know what I'm interested in to know as well, Joe, for people who are chatting away with you, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested to know who is making these to sell. So I've been interviewed for a couple of big TV shows and what do you call them, podcasts recently, where people are saying basically the amount of people who've started a crafting business during lockdown is off the chart. I mean, literally off the chart. And I just think if you are, especially if you're a paper craft specialist, okay? Yeah, making a card is great. And this is, you're getting Dragon Davies here now, right? Making a card is a great idea, Joe, but you can sell it for what? 3 quid, 5 quid?
Easy.
Yeah, maybe say 8 quid or something if it's a really special one, right? So you have to find a customer, but you have to have a lot of customers spending like £3 a go or whatever to make any money. However, if you're making something like one of these boxes, one customer spending £20 or whatever on a big gift like this, I just think what a brilliant idea for you to be able to do something really spectacular like this, but just, it's all about finding one customer who you can make one big sale to. Now, can you see that? So that is exactly the same in the middle, but slightly smaller.
Awesome.
Right, and I'm going to do the larger one, the last size now, Joe.
Awesome.
And then there's basically the waterfall made, and we're going to do all the fancy decoration.
How fabulous. It's getting really busy, Sarah. And I told you a quarter of the stock has gone. A third of the stock now has actually sold out and gone. Sarah, will we commit to finishing this box even if it sells out before we get it done?
Yes,
I think that's a possibility.
It absolutely, because the thing is, we sold out when we launched this. It actually sold out, I think it was in the show, so which is why we haven't done a masterclass till now. I mean, I was wanting to give everyone time to get it back, but we've had to get some extra stock brought in just to be able to kind of, those who missed out on it when we launched it, this has been the first time, Joe, that we've had it back available for everybody. So if that was you in that camp, missed out on launch, been waiting for it to come back into stock, well, now you know, it's here. But I will tell you, we do have stocks of the individual. So if the big bundle sells out, we might have, like, for example, just the twist and pop available. But we've only got, the only reason we were able to do just a limited number of the big bundles is quite a few of those components are on the verge of selling out individually. So we will have components of the collection, but if you're wanting to do the whole collection as I'm teaching it to you now, it's only while we've got stock of that big bundle. And the next delivery is not due. I think someone told me it was around February time the next delivery was due. So yes, read into that what you want.
Absolutely. Definitely grab it now whilst the stock is ready to go right now in our warehouse, ready to have your name slapped onto it, which is awesome. Deborah says, I'm so pleased to be seeing this today. Made some organisers, then went blank with organising the lists, etc. to go in. What am I like? She says. So glad for the inspiration today. Charlotte says as well, I'd send my first exploding box to my sister. It would have mum and dad memory pictures within it. What a lovely idea that is from Charlotte.
Fabulous idea.
Eileen says I would send it to my sister who has just broken her ankle in 3 places. Oh no. Ooh. Get well, Eileen's sister. She's gutted. She's going to be in bed for Christmas, she says. That sounds like a nightmare. Sarah says, I'm going to make one for my grandchildren with lots of memories of their granddad in it, which is such a lovely thing to do.
Oh, yes.
Deborah as well says, once I've organised all the lists to go in the organisers that I'm trouble with organising, I'll be giving one to my daughter, my sister, my daughter-in-law and fabulous friends as well. I think this collection is definitely one of those where, you know, as soon as you start thinking about what's going to go in it, you think then, oh, well, I better make one for, you know, my cousin, and then you think, well, I can't make one for my cousin without making one for my auntie. And before you know it, it's like you're going to have long lists of people like waiting for these boxes. I can see it happening now. Charlotte says she got this set on Friday, so she's saving this masterclass.
It's literally just been arriving. We haven't half-timed that well, Joe, haven't we?
We have indeed. Wanda says as well, I'd send my first box to my son and daughter-in-law in Illinois with photos of their daughter, my youngest grandbaby, who is now 2. How adorable would that be? And Yolanda says she loves all of our masterclasses, Sarah, because they go into so much depth. It really helps to understand how to use all the fabulous all of our fabulous products.
Well, I am glad that we are able to help. Now, what I'm doing on here, Joe, just so you know, is just using a little bit of ink to just give a little bit of colour onto those lovely hearts. Because I'm going to use the watercolour floral that we've got, the blue seemed to match in really well. So I thought if I use the blue just to decorate around the outside a little bit as well, it just kind of helps everything tie in a little bit better. And then this will be that's the outside box ready made. I'm going to be ready to start and do the decoration. Do you want me to do that favourite, the little pulley one for you first?
Oh,
that was your
yes.
favourite.
I do love the pulley one. It is absolutely awesome. So I'd love to see that one first. Sam says Sarah is full of ideas and brings excellent products to all her customers, old and new. So thank you, Sarah. Oh, what a lovely compliment.
My absolute pleasure. Right, let's have a little look, Joe. I feel like we've got our box ready. I'm ready to start the decoration. I haven't got any extra ink on there. No, that was good luck, not good management here. Getting the glue off, getting the ink off, and we're ready to start and do the inside panels, right? So here we go. This is the one I'm going to start with, right? Now it looks super simple. It is as super simple as it looks. So can you see you get the full step-by-step instructions included. Now I saw somebody comment, Joe, and ask what cardstock is Sarah using for a die cutting. This one here, white stamping card. So it's nice and strong. We have this on the website all the time. Nice and strong. If you can use this, it's absolutely brilliant for you to kind of do your base because it's so super thick. Now,
details there on the bottom of your screen if you want to go for the stamping card. We should call it the everything card, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it is. It's not just for stamping, it's great for construction as well. So here we go. Right, let me just show you. What we're going to do is we're going to create like an independent little slider on its own, and then I'll stick it inside my folder. So that if you want to do this at home, can you see this is a double-sided die set, by the way. It's not a double-sided die, it's double-sided on the card, so you can get both of them on the packaging there, right? What I'm going to do is show you how to make it as a standalone, Joe, in case you want to make it on one of your separate cards, not just in the book, right? Now, it comes in 2 parts like this. Let me just show you. I'll get my Gemini MIDI back out. So if I put the MIDI there and then open this up, what I'm going to do in my first one, I'm going to just cut out the outside piece of card. So can you see that goes straight through there? And all we're doing is cutting the cardstock. Might as well go all the way through now. And that gives me just that piece like this, right?
Awesome.
Now the next piece, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to add this in inside, right? So I'm adding that to the inside. And by the way, make sure that, can you see how the die looks? There's like a smaller piece at the bottom. Put them at the bottom, not the top. So the top's the bit with the little tab in. You're going to add that into the bottom. I'm going to fold this together, Joe, and then die cut this through as well.
I need to let you know 40% has gone on the big collection. There are the elements that are only available within this collection as well. The waterfall mechanism, the twist and pop, the slider, the fancy borders, and the mini box can only be got in this configuration, just to let you know that as well. So when they do sell out, it will be gone. It is really busy. A lot of you have got this in your basket. So yes, if you want to get your hands on it, I'd say definitely check out sooner rather than later. You can always pause this and then catch up again after you've had a few minutes. But we'll give you actually, maybe after this demonstration, we'll give you a minute to get yourself checked out as well, so you don't miss out on it.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Joe aren't going anywhere. Like I said, even that stock is going somewhere. But even if that stock goes, me and Joe aren't going anywhere. This is a masterclass. I've got a couple of hundred on you here. You're just waiting to learn how to use this based on the fact that you ordered it in birthday week. So I'm going to wait and finish the demonstration, even if the stock runs out, which I normally don't like to do because I know people get upset when we do that. Right, so here we go. Right, if we get this ready, then what we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to use this piece here for a little pulley. So we've got the top and the base, and then we need the little pulley to come out. So can you see if I get this piece here? There we go. And then I'm going to do this again. Do you know what? I can probably squeeze this one through my little Gemini Mini, except I haven't got the... I don't know where everything goes, Joe. You know, I'm out of here for a couple of days on a weekend, and then all the plates go AWOL.
Who's been in this weekend? Oh, I bet it's that Debbie Robinson, you know.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise us. Wouldn't surprise me. Right, let's have a look. It's all right, because I've got my MIDI here, and I'll just whiz it. To be honest, it's so quick anyway. Whoever's doing it, it's, you know, whether it's your Mini or your MIDI, it's so super quick. All right, here we go. So we've got this part here. What you're going to do, Joe, is you're going to put a little bit of tape. In fact, I'm going to use red liner so that it's nice and strong, all right? Oh, you know we mean business when I get the red liner out, don't we?
Absolutely, we do.
So, and this is a good tip, actually, right? So, on the back of here, you're going to go down there with that red liner, and you're going to stick this down so that it's really, really super strong stuck. So, here we go. That goes on there. Oh, right, and then this is going to go under here. It's going to stick onto the bottom of there so that it's in the middle, and that is what does the little pulley like this, all right? Then we're going to use that red liner tape again all the way around the outside. So you only want to stick very carefully the outside panels, because the rest is going to kind of stay in place as we're going around. This is what I said about making this as a standalone, Joe, instead of me putting this. If I wanted to put this now onto the box, I could stick that flush onto the inside of my box here like this, right? So I could stick it flush onto there, ready to go. But I'm going to make it as a standalone in case you want to see how to put it onto a card.
It might make, I know I sound like a broken record, Sarah.
It's going to make a lovely tag.
Wouldn't it?
It's going to make a lovely tag.
You could have like to and from underneath, and then you could just reveal it and pop it back down again. I think it'd be a nice idea.
Right, let's get some nice pictures in here.
I'm nothing if not consistent, Sarah, that is for sure.
That's very true.
I need to let you know 60% of the stock now has gone. I know I sound like a broken record. I just really don't want you to miss out on it.
You told them all to check out, Joe. They all went and checked out. At least everyone's listening to you, isn't they? Right, so this now goes over top of here, all right? All sticks down lovely. And then that, oh, Joe, these could be Christmas tags. These could be your little Christmas tags you're making. Now watch this. If you want this to look a little bit fancier, what I've done again is, right, I've done a one die cut over that fancy paper.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm going to stick the fancy paper over top because everything just looks a little bit plain and white at the moment, right? So I'm just going to stick it down over top of the nice, over top of the nice white one. And this is the contemporary watercolour one that I'm using here, Joe, in case anyone wants to do it in the exact kind of same colour selection that I'm using.
Yeah, $17.99, $22.95 if you want to grab hold of that. 40 pages, double-sided, and you get the toppers in the back of there as well. So they really are great value. A lot of you stocking up on those, I think, having bought them and received them when you got the initial collection when we launched it during our birthday. And then so many people went for this, didn't they? It was one of the most popular launches, I would say, during birthday, wouldn't you, Sarah?
Oh, well, it was one of my favourite ones. I don't know, somebody commented earlier, didn't he, and said this was like their favourite launch of this year. Do you know what? I'm right there with you. I absolutely love this because I love the idea of the photos and displaying the photographs. So, right, now you're talking. We've got that night, that's lovely, and that is ready to go inside our little box. So that I'm going to put that on the first edge here, Joe, and we'll get ready. And if you give me a minute, I'm going to get ready and do the waterfall and everything next.
Awesome. Yes, I want to just remind you of those paper pads. very, very busy on these paper pads. I must let you know, 2 options here for you. Contemporary watercolour, which is this one just here, with all of those gorgeous tags in the back as well, and the little stoppers and the sentiments in there. And then, of course, all of those gorgeous double-sided papers for you as well. A really nice vast array of different colours in here, from the blues through into the greens, the gorgeous reds, even some more muted sort of brown tones in there as well. So it really does give you lots of options when it comes to colouring these up, which is brilliant. And then also you've got the traditional florals in here as well, which is brilliant. Again, you're going to get those toppers in there. You're actually getting 4 sheets of the toppers, and then what you're getting is all of these gorgeous paper pads. This one, I'm going to say a little bit more, maybe a bit more masculine. It really is, it's a bit more grown up, this one, isn't it? Not that the florals aren't grown up, but I do love this one. I think it's quite elegant, this one, which I really, really love. And again, you're going to use this with your exploding boxes, but equally using it away from your exploding boxes, it's going to work just as well. Loads of you still sending in pictures. Peggy has been so busy creating these for her friends at church. Is that 6 I can see there in that photo?
Peggy, what a lovely idea.
Really beautiful, love that. Antoinette as well has been busy making these. I love that Antoinette's brought in also other elements, so she's used the left fold alphabets with these ones as well, which is a great way of using them.
Brilliant, love that.
Now she's also created this one. Look at all of those bits that are going on in there, Sarah. That is jam-packed full, isn't it?
Oh, Antoinette, it looks to me like you've had some help doing all the inside decoration there. You'll have to let us know who that was. That is fabulous.
Yeah, really, really, I love that. And remember, when you're going for the complete collection, that's exactly what you're getting. You're getting absolutely everything in there. I will just quickly wish you through what you get. Just for anyone that is joining us, you're going to get 2/3 of the stock have gone, by the way. The exploding box main concept in lid dies. And in there, what that does is it gives you, as you can imagine, the sort of foundation for you to create these gorgeous projects. This is what it all cuts out, and this is what you're going to assemble together. You're then going to get the twist and pop, which I think is absolutely awesome. You can pop sentiments, you can pop little messages on here, you can pop photos on here. It really is awesome. You then get as well this, which is your slider mechanism, and this is the one that Sarah's making at the moment with that awesome little slider there. So you can pop that into your exploding boxes, or you can use it elsewhere. You've then got the waterfall mechanism as well, which is absolutely fantastic. You can get lots of different pictures in there, and I always just astounded that this is just a flat 2D piece of card that we use and start with, and then these dies really bring it to life. You've then got the fancy borders, and you've got the happy sentiments in there as well. All of that, and the paper pads as well. If you're going for the big collection, you get both the paper pads in there. £80 in the UK, $120 if you are in the US. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, £64. In the US, $96. I think for that, it's for what you're able to do with this, for what it is investment-wise, I think you get a lot of bang for your buck, as they say. That is why 3/4 now of this stock has gone. I'm interested to see if we can make it to the end of the demonstration before it sells out, Sarah.
Yes, I'm very interested. Do you know what? For anybody who wasn't with us at the beginning of the show, let me just show you. So when we launched this, this is the exploding box that I did on one of our shows, okay? So it opens up, and what you've got is, you've got in the little sliders. So sliders with all your photographs in. You've then also got little places to put your pictures in, and then twist and pops, which is the bit that I'm going to do next for you. To have a little look, there's another little slider along here. Love that one. And then another twist and pop comes in here like this as well. But then we've also got things like, it's not just that, like your waterfall. So here's an extra little space, and then here's your waterfall card here. And you can flick through all the waterfall pictures. So I'm going to do the waterfall as well as part of the demonstration. So I'll show you the twist and pop, I'll show you the waterfall, and you can also do the little box that goes inside.
Fabulous.
So that is everything. That is the other masterclass. You can go and watch me do that from start to finish. Obviously today I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm doing it with the blue and the lovely contemporary shades of watercolour, but it's exactly the same principle. We've got the first bit, we've done the outside. So basically we've got the box, let me just show you. Box folds up, we've done the box and we've done the lid, all right? Then what we've got is, we've got the first little pulley on here, and I'm going to show you how to do the twist and pops next.
Awesome. Not to be confused with the bend and snap, which is a completely different thing, by the way, for any Legally Blonde fans out there.
We always have a giggle at that, don't we?
We do, don't we?
Right, here we go. So every one of these extras, as it was, right, they all come in their own packaging. They're all sized beautifully to fit in the box, and they all come with full step-by-step instructions, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the 2 bits off the mechanism here, okay? So here we go. You take these 2 bits off. And then I'm just going to make sure, do you know, these 2 might both fit on one plate. Oh, I tell you what, love saving card, Joe. Absolutely love saving card. There we go. And then if you are
sorry,
using...
Sarah, it's, I don't know how this is.
What?
I knew it was going to go quickly. It's limited stock. We are almost in a position where there's more of you trying to get it than we actually have stock available. So check out your baskets if you want it. You will need to be quick.
So what we're going to do when that happens then, Joe?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I've lost me MIDI
I've been working
plate.
on some stand-up. I could do that for you for, 10, 15 minutes if you want.
Here we go, it's my MIDI plate. Wow, well, it's like I knew, Joe. That's why we're going on to the Ultimate Organiser. I will, though, show you, because you can get the slider on its own, you can get the twist and pop, you can get most of the pieces on their own. It's just if you want the big bundle to be able to get everything. Wow.
Very busy. We are
scary.
just, the elves HQ are just scrambling around to see what items we have still available individually. So I will update you with it just a moment. The elements you can get on their own are the fancy borders and the exploding box slider. They will be on their own individually once the main collection sells out. You'll still be able to get those 2 elements and the paper pads, of course, as well.
Wow. Hey, this doesn't happen very often, folks. I'm speechless. I was expecting it to be a busy show. I was not expecting almost a full sellout within the first hour. I'll be really honest, was not expecting that at all. I assumed all of you watching today were the ones who bought it in birthday. So don't forget to keep commenting, by the way, because I am going to send what sounds like it'll now be, I'll still show you all the concepts, but I'm going to send you the box to finish off. So you can finish off making the whole box.
Lots of people still coming up with who they'd be sending boxes off to, Sarah. V. Renee Whitley on Facebook says, I think I would send the first one to my German friend. She's in the US. With pictures of different places she and I could visit when she gets to come back over to the States again. What an awesome
lovely idea.
Really love that. Beth says I would give the first one to my granddaughter on her graduation. What an awesome idea that is. Joe says, I've not sold any of these yet, but have an Etsy page selling cards. I've made some and some home crafts as well, so maybe I should give these
brilliant.
I think they'd be perfect to sell on there. I really, really do. And also, knock yourself out. That's a great thing about shopping with us here at Crafter's Companion. Sell as many as you want. It's fabulous. Tessie says as well, 2021 is the year of the crafter, apparently. That's what
is
Tessie
that
says.
right?
Yeah.
I
Do you
quite
think
like
that's
that
like the
idea.
Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year? It's not like the dog or the rabbit or something this year, no? Or the rat. It's the year of the crafter. Maybe that's what it is.
Do you know, I was told a staggering statistic last week. 30% of people who've been locked down, this is in America by the way, have tried a new crafting hobby during lockdown. 30% of people have tried a new craft during lockdown.
I know a lot of our Californian viewers as well will be, I know I was hearing on the radio today, lots of people staying at home in California, so no doubt you guys will be getting lots of extra crafting time in, I hope, keeping yourselves busy, as we have been here, haven't we, Sarah, for the last sort of month or so? We're back off a full lockdown now.
We've been locked down again, so yes, trust me, I'll be doing an awful lot of this sort of stuff over Christmas while I have a little bit of time off.
Absolutely. Dawn says, I just got mine, making them to give to my realtors. I'm a mortgage advisor with their gifts in the centre box. They will keep them on the desk. Attention getter, doing pop-up boxes for Valentine's Day as well. Love that. Like a little sort of, like a really fancy business card, Sarah.
A very, very fancy business card, to be honest. That would make me buy something.
Absolutely.
It would certainly impress me. Now, look
that.
at that. That is going to give me, that's giving me the twist and pop ready. And then I like to do it as an extra win like this because, let me just show you a nice little tip here, Joe, right? Your natural thing is to put it this way inside your box, right? But the problem is, if you end up putting another little box in the middle, you can only open it to here, right? So I like to put it this way inside your box. So that then what you can do is you can open it and then it recloses. You see what I mean? So that is going to stick on there. All my sticking, Joe, I've been doing with the tacky glue so that we can get that stick absolutely perfect with a little bit of tacky glue, because the tacky glue will not move. Your tape runners and things like that, even though we have awesome tape runners, things that have been handled this much, I would recommend getting loads of that tacky glue in there. So can you see that there? I've stuck that down really well. This one now stuck really, really well, Joe. That's not going anywhere. And then I've got that ready. Get you stuck down there perfectly. Yep.
There's a 4-piece adhesive collection on this show, actually. You get the all-purpose, you get the tacky glue, 3D glue gel, and you get a tape, a dotty tape pen as well, $17.50 or $29. A really good essential collection there for you.
Right, let's have a little look, Joe. I'm gonna do some picture cutting out here. So can you see all these little dies come as an extra? All I've done is I've printed the photos out, Joe, and I'm going to use now those extra fancy dies. So if I want my photos to be like fancy edge like this, I just use the fancy edge die cut. This was Simon on his 40th with the boys there. Aww. And then you just go into there and that will cut my photograph absolutely perfectly. There we go, to be able to go inside. And then let's have another one. Oh, I've got a nice picture of me and our Helen. So me and my kid's sister. Let's have a nice scalloped edge around the outside. So again, you get your picture. And these are just printed out from that Canon selfie again. And all I've done is printed them out. I think it's what? Is this a 4 per page? Yeah, and it'll automatically do 4 per page. And then it just gives me that nice, I love to have the fancy edges around the outside.
It's so nice to get, you know, how often, Sarah, do we take pictures, really gorgeous pictures on our phone? They live on our phone, don't they? We don't do anything with them, we don't put them anywhere. Then we run out of data on our phone and then we delete them. And it's like, they never go anywhere. It's so nice to be able to put them in beautiful projects like these.
I just always remember when I had our Oliver, my mum wanted, she said, I just feel like every time I go to the club, you know, she would go to the club on a whatever night it was, Sunday night I think it was, and see her friends. And she said, we're just all there with our phones. Can you not make me something where I'm showing them all the pictures of the kids, but they're not, you know, I'm not having to get my phone out and do it.
Yeah, that's
and that was, and I remember then just making like a couple of scrapbook pages. This is like the modern day scrapbooking for me. So you've got all of that. You can make something that's, you know, like a keepsake, but I mean, this is a couple of hour project. So instead of having to do this over the course of like, you know, well, I mean, I'll tell you what, the first time I made a scrapbook, Joe, crikey, I was on with it for a month. So so instead of having to do it over a month or something, you can literally do, you know, a whole mini album or a gift or whatever it is, and you can do it over the course of, you know, an afternoon or something.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
in my case, you can rush through and get half of it done, show everybody how it works or whatever, in an hour.
Absolutely. Lynn says, it's my grandma's birthday the day after Christmas. What do you get someone for Christmas after their birthday? An exploding box with loads of pictures in it. She's going to absolutely love it, she says. Christine says as well, talking about everything today, has everything, both of these collections have been on HSN, have they, Sarah, is basically the question.
Yes, they have indeed. And if you go and
HSN.
have a little look, they'll still be on HSN's website now if you're wanting to kind of go and order them. So when our big bundle sells out, if you want to go and get the big bundle, I think HSN might have some stock. Won't be on a special deal like what we've got today, but at least they have some stock as it was.
Absolutely.
Right.
Kathy says as well, I plan to try out this kit as soon as I finish my Christmas cards. Some people still doing Christmas cards. That is, you know, that's quite the last minute crafting there, isn't it?
I've still been doing some of mine, Joe, as well. Still been doing some of mine. Although I've finished all the ones with the kids at the weekend, and they all went into school to give out this morning. So
awesome. I've got big news, Sarah.
Well, it's not going to be good news, is it not?
It's not. I'm the bad news bearer, I'm afraid. The big collection has sold out and gone. Congratulations if you got your hands on it. We will get it restocked. Absolutely, we will. We'll do our best to get it in as quick as we can in the new year. So well done. Congratulations if you managed to get your hands on that, which is awesome. Don't forget, loads coming up this week here on Crafters TV. I do need to let you know though that unfortunately we will not be with you tomorrow. We are doing some essential maintenance on the website, which means we can't be here with you. It's not going to affect the way the website works or looks or anything like that. It's just some behind the scenes techie stuff that I can't get my head round, but it'll all be tickety-boo, and we'll be here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed with you again on Wednesday, which is when I'll be back with you again. So I expect, right, you to do extra crafting tomorrow, like homework almost, and then send those pictures in to me on Wednesday, which is absolutely fantastic. The collection that's just sold out, I'm just hearing it is available over on HSN. So if you do want to go over there and get it over there, absolutely, you are more than welcome to do so if you have just missed out here on Crafters TV. It looks like it's really come together there, Sarah.
I know, yes. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from... So you've seen me do the important bit. So you've seen me do the outside panel. So this is the bit that all then folds up to make that lovely box. Oh, you go inside. You go in there like that. And we made the lid, remember, right? So we've done the lid. Then inside, I showed you how to do the little pulley bit, and we've learned how to do the twist and pop. Now, if you go back and watch the other masterclass tutorial, you'll see the other bit. Actually, let me just show you this is my finished box with no photographs in though, right? If I just cut to, oh, here's the waterfall, right? So that is the only one that was sold out before we got time to show you how to do that waterfall. But if you go back and watch the tutorial, you'll see how to do the waterfall. Do you know what I'm thinking, Joe? Maybe it would be nice when we pick our winner. Do you want me to send them? Ask them what they would like. Would people prefer to have the work in progress one for them to go and add on to, or would they like the finished one just for them to add all of their own photographs into? You let us know in the comments. I'm going to get ready though. Remember I said this was a masterclass of 2 halves. I was spending the first hour on the exploding box. That one's completely sold out. The second hour on teaching you how to do the ultimate organizer like this. So actually, Joe, I will put all my dies away for the box and get out all the die sets to do the ultimate organizer. And I'll work my way through showing you how to do the ultimate organizer. So give me a couple of minutes to get sorted out, ready to do that one, Joe.
Awesome, will do. I want to share with you just a few of the ideas. I've got a few samples of what you're about to make with that ultimate organizer, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Such a great way of organising, but also documenting as well. I love all of the little loose elements that come out of here. So this is a birthday list, so you keep a list of everyone's birthdays. We've also got this element here as well. That's got all your ideas. So maybe there's just little notes and ideas that you've got in here. The great thing is what you've got, gift cards in that one as well. Someone's going to be treating themselves down Wilco's later to a mop and bucket or something, I reckon. Pop that one back into there. You've got basically something for everything when it comes to organisation, but also I love the way that the dies have been designed as well, that you've got so many different ways of using it. You've got so many different possibilities when it comes to putting it together, which is awesome. So I know you're going to love that. Now I'm going to show you what you need to make these, because to be fair, when I first saw it, I kind of struggled to get my head around the fact that you don't need a lot to make something really, really fabulous. So what you've got first and foremost is this. Now, this is the main element for you. So this is the Ultimate Organizer die. And in here, you've got 13 large dies in there, and they are what are going to take care of all of the hardware for you, as I like to call it. It's going to make your spines, you're going to have your tabs in there, all of your little bit of fancy bits of detailing. It's all taken care of in there for you, which is absolutely awesome. You then have as well all of the stamps, because it is the stamps here which bring it into their own. This is what enables you to get organised. If you love bullet journaling, you love organisers, but also you want to make them pretty, you want to intersperse all your memories in there as well. This will let you do it. So what you're going to get then is you're going to get the calendars Obviously, this is going to be one of the go-to ones that you're going to use all the time for your organising. You've also got months, days and occasions as well. So maybe you're going to create lists of everyone's birthdays and you're going to have a tab or an insert for every month. So you make sure you remember, maybe you're going to have a little section where you're going to write what you're going to buy them as a gift as well. It really is up to you how far you want to take this. The next one we've got here then are the memo cards as well, which are absolutely awesome. If you want to just pop some memories down onto there, little ideas that you might have. And then this one here is your make a list as well. If you are a list maker, which I'm not, but I really should be. I feel like I'm someone that could definitely utilise a list. You've got all of that in there for you. So that all of that is coming your way in this collection. I know lots of you have already got this and own it, which is why we're bringing it to you as a masterclass. £73 or $92, $58.40 or $73.60 as a platinum member. Some paper pads that would go beautifully with this collection as well. So what you get is you get a card pad in here, which is 250 GSM, and then a sort of card / paper pad, which is 200 GSM, and then the ribbon to match. And we've got them in lots of different combinations for you. So you've got your navy and blush, which is that one there. You also have this one here, which is your orange sunset. You've got the lovely lilacs as well, and the caramel and cream. They are absolutely gorgeous. Those have been so popular since we launched them. £40 or $50. Lots of you multi-ordering on those as well. Would love to see pictures now. I know lots of you sent us pictures of your exploding boxes. Would love to see pictures of your organisers as well, because I know so many of you have been really busy putting those together. I think it's fair to say, Sarah, we could all be a bit more organised, couldn't we?
We absolutely could, and I think these make wonderful gifts. Now, can I just say, it's been pretty much unanimous. People want the finished one that I had ready to go to add their own pictures into. So we'll put that up on the back here, Joe. Right at the end of the show, I want you to pick somebody who's going to win that. Okay?
Awesome.
But we're going to do our Christmas organiser now. I've done it as a Christmas organiser, and I'll be honest, we're not giving this one away because this is me being organised for Christmas now. So this is me sorted. But if you want to make these then for people, it obviously won't be for Christmas, but you could be well, actually, if you've already got this at home, you would be able to make them for Christmas. But you can put things like your shopping list, your little gift cards that you buy on there as well, little Christmas list, you place for you to put your receipts in. I just love that there's a space for everything. Everything goes in its space, okay? Now, just like before, because a lot of these, the exploding box and also the organiser, are quite, what I would say, complicated dies. So there'd be something complicated to make if you didn't have all the dies. To save you keep coming back to watch the video, we've just put instructions in for you. And the instructions, you walk through them step by step, and then you can see it literally follows through exactly how to make this and how everything works, okay? So I'm going to follow those instructions as we're going so you can see exactly what we're doing. But I'm going to take out, so this is the special set that you're going to use, okay? So what you need is, you need a couple of these. Now remember what my rule was, Joe. If you have dies which have score lines as well as cut lines in, you are absolutely not using these to do, you're not cutting multiples at once,
Is
right?
there an easy way to tell what's a score line and what's a cut line, Sarah?
So when this comes out, I know it's going to cut around the outside and all these internal ones are score lines.
Awesome. So
if you know that you're doing something that has score lines in, don't be going spoiling it by putting multiple pieces in. Yep. So any dies that you've got, and that's not just these ones here. Let's have a little look. I've put that down there and I haven't got a base cutting on there. Hey, what am I like, as our Debbie would say, would help if I had something to cut into. Right,
well, talking about our Debbie, she's going to be with me in about, a couple of hours' time. Myself and Debbie will be here with Monday Makers, which will be lovely. And it was absolutely jam-packed, that show. I would definitely say get ahead. If you click the offers section on the top of our website, you'll be able to see Monday Makers and have a little sneaky early peek at what is coming up in that show. But I know we're going to have a very, very busy couple of hours, and no doubt a few laughs as well when Debbie's in the building.
Always is when our Debbie's in the house, isn't there? Right, let's have a little look. There's the first one. And then I'm going to have a little look through. So you need to do a few of these. I'll get the first couple done. I have got a couple that I've cut out already, but to be honest, they're so nice and quick and easy to do. I wanted you to see that if you were literally sitting down, and like me, you had an hour, I would say an hour's pushing it to get the whole thing done from start to finish. I've got a few where I've done the matting and layering already, but I would say comfortably a 2 to 3 hour project this is, which if you think to make a whole organiser in that sort of time frame, It's just wonderful timing.
Yeah, really awesome.
Did you do the original show with me, Joe? I can't remember.
I did, yes, I believe
so can you remember what I explained to people about how this kind of came to be? So we had a lady, actually one of our customers, come over from the US.
I do recall now.
So she came over from the US for our big Craftaganza show that we do, and she made all of us one of these fabulous organisers. It was last year, and it was an organiser for Christmas, and I thought, what a wonderful idea. And again, that's one of them projects whereby if you're a really advanced crafter, you could probably work out how to do that, but for the rest of us, you would have no idea where to start. So this way we were able to basically work out how to make, we simplified it a little bit from the one that she'd done, but work out how to do that and then make it so much easier for kind of regular people. Now, here we go, Joe. Can you see part one is you're going to get a one with the front and back and the fold on, and then you put another one here like this, and it tells you you're going to cut up the middle of this score line, right? So you're going to go all the way up the score line here like this, and then also all the way up this score line here. Now this is the bit that you kind of need to pay attention for in terms of how to make the base unit. Once you've done that, trust me, it's very, very easy to kind of follow through all the decoration. So I'm making it in craft card because I just love craft card at Christmas, right? And then look what we do. You're just going to go right down here with your double-sided tape. Now, if you ever want to get something to stick really, really well, stick tape to tape, right? That's the way to do it. Sticking tape to tape gets you a really, really good stick. So can you see I'm going to go onto there with this, and we've stuck that tape to tape, and that gives us the top panel of the organiser, right? So then what we're going to do is we've got that. If we look back on our instructions, that is the bit that we've just created. So what you need is, you need one like this. There's that one. Then you need another one. So there's this one. And then we're going to join that onto this one here. So all I'm going to do is fold and burnish all those crease lines, Joe, and join these together exactly as per those instructions.
Awesome. Loads of you chatting away about these as well. I see Turner says, just in time, I opened my organiser last night, I pulled my papers, now to watch the construction and see how I'm going to put mine together. Awesome. Shirley says, can you make it with chipboard? Not sure. What do you think, Sarah?
I've never tried to make one with chipboard. I would actually favour making it out of a thick cardstock, right? But then instead of doing it with like, because your chipboard, I just worry that it wouldn't all fold together nicely. I would rather go with multiple layers of cardstock and then add some matting and layering on for strength, as opposed to using chipboard to start with, would be my suggestion. But if someone tries it in chipboard and it works, please let everybody else know.
Awesome. Alison is having an issue with the score line cutting her paper, Sarah.
Right, too much pressure in your machine, right?
Okey-doke.
So if that is you and you have an issue with too much, then all I want you to do is I want you to lessen the sandwich on your machine. So, for example, if it's in your Gemini, take one of your plates out on there, okay?
Awesome. Hope that helps, Alison. Joe says as well, I've done the main body, really looking for some inspiration today about how I'm going to decorate these as well. I think it's fair to say with these as well, lots of different ways you can put them together. I remember, you know, just in our earlier show, people sharing ideas in the show, Sarah, about how they were going to put theirs together.
I think that's a great idea. Are you ready for me to kind of do the next stage, Joe?
Yes, please.
You watch me do the folding. So from where we went, I folded everything forwards and backwards. Leave yourself a flap on the front, and then you get your first concertina together, and then you get your second concertina together, and then that comes over the front, right? And that will all fold together if you follow those instructions. Now, what it says here, for cut 4 purse sides and concertina them up. So your purse sides are these bits here, okay? So you're going to use your scraps of card that are left over, and you're going to cut yourself some of these little purse sides. And again, I'm going to use my Gemini Mini just because it's so nice and simple, right? And that goes into here. Oh, let me just get this nice and lined up. So this is just cut lines around the outside, and the rest are score lines. And you need 4 of these if you do the basic organiser that's in the instruction booklet.
Awesome. Terry actually says in the comments she has tried it with chipboard and it cracks after a few times. Definitely a stick with a heavier weight of cardstock, as Sarah suggested.
Brilliant, thank you so much. It's always nice when someone's actually tried it. I knew it just didn't feel right to me using chipboard, but I hadn't actually done it myself. So, right, there's my little fold on the side, but you need 4 of them, right? So can you see I've got 4 kind of ready to go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put them up the sides here. And can you see we're going to pop them on the edge here, and then that edge is going to stick onto the edge here like this. Now I think, Joe, I'm going to be really good and use a nice tacky glue. So it's going to take a little bit longer just to give them a little bit of time to set, but it's worth doing it to get a really, really nice finish. So look at that there. Stick this down. I'm a big fan of the tacky glue at the moment, you know.
Okay.
So I did the kids' Christmas cards with them, and we did quite an advanced design for our Olivers in particular, right? And I set off thinking, do you know what? I'm going to make my life easy. I'm going to do this with tape pen, and it was because it had like it had a Christmas tree on the inside. And so what I wanted was it needed to be able to have some movement. And what I realised is if it could, with the kids using these a lot, they could come apart if I wasn't careful. So by doing it with the, let's have a look, I'm going to put my other 2 on here. By doing it with the tacky glue, it meant that, yes, it was a little bit messier for us to kind of start with, but the reason tacky glue is called tacky glue is you get that instant really good tack. So it's not like a normal PVA where you're waiting ages for it to dry. You've got that instant really good tack, and then you've got the you're gonna need to leave it like, you know, half an hour or something to really stick well. But from my point of view here, I've used that instant tack. Got the tack down in place there, Joe. And then while those 2 are drying, these 2 here will be dry enough for me to stick the top pieces on. And it just means you get so much of a better, more professional finish at the end, and it's never going to be coming apart.
Awesome. Marianne's asking, Joe, is Sarah using Craft Companion craft cardstock? Yes, that is exactly what she is using, and it's available in the show as well, you're pleased to know. You can get 50 sheets of it. There you are for $9.99 or $14.99. Or you can get 200 sheets for £30 or $42 if you really want to get stocked up and get an even better deal, which is awesome. A lot of people talking about cutting these in other mediums as well. Carol Coe says she's going to give this a go in leather with that dye, Sarah.
I like that idea. And do you know what? If you use a material that's not going to fray like a leather, I think that would be absolutely brilliant.
Do you think our cork fabric would work well?
Cork, absolutely. Now look at that. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of time to settle with the glue, but you can see there that's got that lovely, can you see that's just starting to come. I'm going to leave that underneath there. So should I put this to one side, and I'm going to put it under a bit of a heavy weight. Let's have a look. I'm going to pop it under here, Joe. And I'm going to have a mouthful of me cup of tea.
Awesome.
And I'm going to get me dyes ready to start and do the decoration.
Well, I tell you what, whilst you do that then, let me just remind everyone that doesn't yet have this, that they can, of course, get their hands on it if they want to. So, this is what you're going to get in this full collection, which is the Ultimate Organiser Complete Collection. 132 elements in here for you. And this is what you're going to get. You're going to receive the Ultimate Organiser. This is what's going to do the core construction when it comes to the concept for you as well. Everything in there that you need. What we then also give you as well with this is basically the organising know-how that you're going to need in the form of these awesome stamps that we have for you. So you're going to get 4 separate stamp sets in here. You're going to get Make a List, which, as you've guessed, is going to be great for shopping lists or Christmas lists or birthday lists. Maybe it's going to be naughty lists and nice lists at the moment. Do you know what, Sarah? I heard the other day one of the national supermarket campaigns is naughty list is cancelled this year because we've had a bit of a year of it. There is no naughty list this year. Everyone's on the nice list, apparently. That's how it's going to go this year.
I did see that one. I like it.
You've also got calendars in here as well, so you want to create diaries and calendars, absolutely. You've got the ability to be able to do that perfectly. You've then got months, days and occasions in here as well. So really, really awesome. Everything you then need for that. and of course then your memo cards in there as well. And really, I think no matter what kind of journaling, bullet journaling, organising, list making that you want to do, it's all in here in this selection for you, which is awesome. £73 if you're in the UK, which becomes £58.40 as a platinum member. US customers $92, which goes down to $73.60. Very busy now on this as well. 13 dies and 119 stamps coming to you in this configuration. And also, Sarah, great that we do these masterclasses, because maybe for someone who's a bit of a beginner crafter wouldn't necessarily think that this was in the realms of possibility. But with these video tutorials, I think everyone can have a go at this, don't you?
Well, you probably saw that product and thought, that's lovely, that's a bit complicated. Well, actually, you've just watched me make that then and thought, I did not think that was going to be as easy as she just made it look there. And it is the fact that I've just followed the step-by-step instructions. So that gets you, and I know mine's still drying under, we'll lift it up in a second, that gets you the basic outer piece of here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with all of the decoration. Now, as Joe was explaining, you get all of the dies to do your decoration included, but then you also have all of those stamp sets, because the idea is that you've got all the different stamps to match in with what the dies are, so to do all the different themes that you would give. So if we start on the edge and just do this lovely note holder, that there, this die here comes in the set. This is what you're going to use to make your note holder. So watch what I'm going to do. Just a little bit of black card, a little bit of scrap black card actually, if I'm being totally honest. These little dies all just fit through your Gemini Mini. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on here, Joe. I'm going to put this into this part here and just whiz that through my Mini. Now, to make your own little notebook to go on the inside, you're going to cut yourself as many sheets of just copier paper as what you want. So it's nothing more complicated than just a basic copier paper. So what I've got is, this folds over the top here, and then you're going to fold your copier paper. You're going to cut it to 3.5 inches wide. And I've cut 6 or 7 sheets at like 7 inches long, and that is going to go over the top there to make my own little notebook.
Super cute, isn't it?
Isn't that really easy? Now, when you're sticking the back one on, Joe, use your dotty tape pen here, because then it only puts tape where you need it, and then that base tape is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to start off with my first piece of paper into, don't you be moving there. There we go. First piece of paper in the back there. Oh, don't stick down. Then the next piece of paper, you can just use your regular tape, and that's going to line up exactly in there. So we're making this whole notebook, and it literally takes seconds. And you can put, these could be, I mean, I've just gone with plain sheets here, whether it's your plain sheets of paper, whether it's that you've done stamping for things like lists, or maybe this is a birthday book and you've stamped out all the days in the month for you to be able to write people's birthdays in. I think it would make an absolutely wonderful birthday book in there as well. So let's have a little look. There's my last sheet.
And you think about what you pay for these little notelets. You know, if you go out there, you know, out on the high street, in some of those sort of cute little gifting shops that you can go into, you can pay £3 to £7, I'd say, easily just for, a little notelet like this.
Yep, easily just for the notebook. And then let's have a look. Plenty of tape over there. That folds over the top, right? So that is going to go. There's our lovely little notebook to go on the front. And I'm actually going to add on, I've just got here, I'm sure I had a little tab. I think I might have knocked it on the floor. That says notes. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's have a little look. That I'm going to stick that onto the base there, Joe. And that is going to go on the inside. Now, I think my tacky glue should have dried now, so that this can come out from here. Oh, that tacky glue's dried, an absolute dream.
Awesome.
Gotta love it. So now we've got like those lovely dividers with a little bit of space. This is going to go onto that inside front panel. So let's use that tacky glue again to get a nice, really professional stick down on the front. So that'll go on the front, and then we can start and put our mats and layers on for the next couple of pieces.
Katie says, oh, this is going to be good, using vintage Christmas. My sister-in-law loves vintage. Can't wait to get upstairs to my craft room after the show. I think you need to move the telly into the craft room. That's like what you need to do. Maybe get the TV in the craft room, Katie. Sounds like a match made in heaven. Marianne says, thank you, Joe. Going to make one of these for my best friend for Christmas in craft with green roses from the lovely Lilacs cardstock collection. I think that would look absolutely beautiful, Marianne. And Jodie says, I've used faux leather in gold for one of these, and I've sent you in a picky. So hopefully we'll have a little look at that in a while. Do I need to have the Big Daddy Gemini for this particular collection? Asked Kathy.
Do you need to have the Big Daddy Gemini? Yes, you do, because the main die set is really, really big. So this is just for Big Daddy Gemini people.
Awesome, love that. Diane wants to know about Oliver's birthday Batman cake. Is it done? How does it look?
Yes, it's come on really, really well. Do you want me to send... If I email a picture to Adam in the gallery, he might put it on the screen for you, right?
Absolutely.
Right, let's have a little look. Yeah, the Batman cake's coming along well.
Do you know what I won't be emailing a picture of, Sarah?
What?
My wreath that I made last night at the wreath making class. I'll show you it later.
Oh, why not?
But it looks a bit sad. I didn't realise, and I wouldn't have booked it otherwise, it was a dried flower wreath that we were making. I thought it was going to be this really big, lush, like, green Christmas thing with, like, pieces of dried orange on it and, cinnamon sticks, all that sort of stuff. And it just looked a bit... I don't know, it looked a bit airy-fairy. But I think it's cute, but I was a bit disappointed. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe I'll show you later. However, the tree is up, Sarah, and I am really pleased with it. So it's nothing like I set out. It's just all silver. It's very classy. Just all silver. Lovely. Lots of you still loving this collection. Beth says, first thing I'll make with this is a receipt holder for work. Keeping track of receipts, sometimes tricky. You are preaching to the choir there, Beth. Me and receipts are an absolute nightmare. Very busy on this. Remember as well that there is another show as well coming up after this. Monday Makers, myself and Debbie will be here with you in about an hour and 35 minutes. I also, just a bit of housekeeping tomorrow. About tomorrow, we won't be here with you on Crafters TV, just due to some essential work that's happening on our website. It's not going to affect what the website looks like, or it's none of that stuff. It's all kind of techie behind the scenes stuff. Totally over my head. But we'll be back with you on Wednesday, raring to go for 2 fabulous shows. So make sure you join us back here on Wednesday for those.
Right, here's what we're going to have to do, Joe. I've just decided to send Adam, our director, the Batman cake, also the Pinterest picture I was copying off, although please don't put them side by side because mine looks really rubbish. Please don't do that because mine looks really rubbish next to the Pinterest one. But it's homemade that his mummy's made. So that's all that'll matter, okay? And it was my dad's 70th yesterday. So I sent some funny pictures of me and my dad, including one absolutely hilarious one. I put it on Instagram this morning. My sister texted me and said she creased herself. And then also I sent some pictures of our Oliver's Christmas cards that we made at the weekend. So you can see all sorts of what a crafty weekend I've been having. I've done everything, Joe. I made cheese scones in the shape of a 70 for my dad. I made him some chocolate and cherry fudge. I made him some marshmallows in a Turkish delight flavour. I made the Batman cake for our Oliver. I did all the Christmas cards with the kids. I've had the craftiest weekend.
Have you had time to sleep amongst all of that?
Sleeps for the week, Joe. Sleeps for the week. Right.
And also, I came back today to this delicious piece of... I'm just going to open it up and have a little smell of it. I'm going to have it over a cup of tea this evening. Oh, sorry, it looks good.
Well, I'll be honest, I made my Christmas cakes and I always make one for Leanne and her Simon as well. And she makes my Christmas puddings. So what I did was I made the Christmas cakes, but I got really organised this year and made them in November. And so I'd made the Christmas cake and I gave it to her early and she said, oh, we'll have to put that away for Christmas. And I said, well, why do that? Why not just eat it now? Why not? And then I came home and I'd made 3 Christmas cakes and then I made a little mini one as well. I pinched a couple of spoonfuls of mixture out of all 3 of my Christmas cakes and made like a little miniature, just a fruit loaf size. Ooh. And I was going to keep that for myself for Christmas. Well, I opened that couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, and I was telling Joe about it, and he said, oh, I like Christmas cake. I said, well, I'll bring you a piece in, and I figured if I didn't bring it straight away, you wouldn't get it. And lo and behold, Joe, Saturday night, I decided I better go and cut you a piece because I didn't think it would make it through to Sunday, and it didn't.
It got here though. It did get here. I tell you what though, I've had a bit of a drama this weekend, Sarah.
Go on.
I went on to the website to order all the food for Christmas. You know, not any old food. You know, the special food that you buy at Christmas. And I would say for collection, for click and collect. 98% of all the stuff is totally sold out already. Can't get a single thing. I don't know what we're going to be eating this Christmas.
Well, you know what's going to have to happen, Joe? You're going to have to make it. You're going to have to make it. You're going to have to actually peel the potatoes and cut them into little roast potato shapes.
That's what I'm going to have to do.
Yep.
That's what I have to do. It's a good job I've got some time off, so it'll definitely be everything will have to be homemade. No choice in the matter.
No choice at all. So, do you know, I always laugh. So, I always home make our Christmas dinner, and I make the whole thing, right? And then a few years ago, it wasn't the year we had our Oliver, because obviously our Oliver's birthday is today, so he was born on the 7th of December. That year, I still managed to make Christmas dinner for 20 people, right? The year after, I decided life was too short. I was going to spend Christmas morning with my little toddler son, doing all Christmassy stuff, and I'd go and buy my whole dinner from Marks and Spencer's, right? So, but I didn't want anyone to know that I hadn't made it all. So I spent ages decanting everything out of the little things that you cook them in and transferring them into my own dishes, much to Simon's dismay, because it meant loads more washing up. He was thinking this was going to be great. Not only was I not having the hassle of cooking, but he wasn't going to have the hassle of washing up. And then actually what happened was I made the Christmas dinner, served it all up, still hadn't messed all of the stuff up because I didn't want anyone to know I hadn't made it. I would even go as far as I used to boil my own cranberries and make the cranberry sauce from scratch. And I made everything from scratch, right?
Like for a lot of people as well.
For a lot of people, yeah. I always have about between 20 and 25 for Christmas dinner.
Wow.
And so I remember finishing the dinner and my dad got up and he said, well, kid, 10 years, that's the best one you've ever done. And I was absolutely distraught.
No.
I was distraught. And that was it. I've never bought Christmas dinner in again. I've always made it. And I'm always determined to do better than the Marks and Spencer's one was. So, right, let's have a look. How are we getting on? So, I've put these in for them to get, for these, and I'm doing everything with me tacky glue. What I'm going to do now, Joe, is I'm going to do some little dividers to go on the inside. So, can you see, you get these dividers here, and all you do is you take the divider, you put it along the top, so it tells you what size to cut to if you want to cut your pieces. You're going to pop your little dividers along the top, and again we're going to run them through, and then we're going to stamp whatever it is, whatever the occasion is for you to stamp onto.
Awesome. Deborah says that Oliver and her birthday share Oliver, try that again, shall I? Oliver and her son share a birthday, Sarah, is what I was going. Her son is 32 today, so happy birthday to him. She says happy birthday to Oliver as well. Tansy Pansy says, oh my goodness, Sarah is Superwoman. I think she is Superwoman. I don't think you're wrong there.
Well, you say that, but Superwoman clearly doesn't make dinner as good as Marks and Spencer's makes dinner. Although she has been working on perfecting it the last few years. And of course, this year we can't have all them people round for Christmas dinner.
I know.
So I'm absolutely gutted. Yeah, I get everybody to our house for dinner on Christmas.
Just a select few. I mean, I've really got no excuse, really, have I, for ordering it in when there's only. I mean, there is only going to be 4 of us round my Christmas dinner table. So yeah, I really should step up. I need to take a leaf out of Superwoman's book, I think.
Yes, you need to step up, Joe, and you need to make Christmas dinner. Look
Absolutely.
at that. So can you see you've got that goes in there. I've done a one here where I've stamped cards and I've stamped photos onto there. So we can personalise this, and we can personalise and make one of these little pockets to put all of your lovely Christmas photos in. Oh, do you know what? This is going to be a little bit on the tight side. I think I'll just trim that down so it's not quite as tight. All right? And the same with the cards on here, Joe. So we've got a little bit of space in here for our photos and our cards in there. And I'll have to have a look at what we've got to do next. I tell you what, it's coming together quite quickly, mind, isn't it? It's a good job, because
really
by the way, you've only got me till about 1:45. As it's our Oliver's birthday, I'm going to pick him up from school for his birthday. So I'm going to go and surprise him.
I'm going to be on my own.
You are going to be on your own.
Me.
Don't worry.
Imagine how much mayhem I can cause in 15 minutes on my own.
Oh, it doesn't even bear thinking about, does it?
It really, really doesn't. It's getting really busy now on this collection. I think it's a...
Don't tell me we're going to have a repeat of what happened with the last one.
Well, it's busy, Sarah. It's very, very busy. £73, 58.40 as a platinum member, $92, 73.60 as a platinum member. Don't forget. So it is very, very busy. Do of course check out your baskets. What I love about this as well, I think it's going to be a good stash rediscoverer, this collection, Sarah.
Yes, because you could use all those lovely... Christine Mahoney's going to have a field day rediscovering all those lovely paper pads that she's got.
Absolutely, she is going to.
Right, let's have a little look, Joe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'll pop this down on here, and then I'll show you how we can do the little photo corners with these. Now, apparently, by the way, we've got all of my pictures ready to show you. So do you want to have a little look? Should we show them first of all? Hang on, let's have a look. So first of all, now I was thinking, should we show them my Batman cake or should we show them exactly the one that I was trying? Now I told Adam not to put them side by side. However, come and have a little look at this. So the one on the right is the Pinterest picture that I was copying off, right? The one on the left is the Sara homemade version. Bear in mind, I'm not a professional cake decorator, but I'm pretty chuffed with how it's, I mean, you can tell that one on the right's obviously done that as a... They must do that for a living, Joe. Not just like a mum making cakes for a son.
But I reckon, you know what? I reckon if you did it a couple of times, it would be equally as good as that one. I reckon so. And I tell you what, I think if we hadn't shown the picture of the one on the right, I'd say that's amazing. The one on the left.
Do you know what it is? I'm never really good at stacking the cakes. So can you see where I've stacked the one on top? It's squashed the one underneath.
Do you know what we need to get you? Do you know what we need to get you? We need to get you, you could use your Tiffany rotating design board. It's all about spinning it apparently, and a paddle. The spin and paddle apparently is how you get the smooth sides.
Oh, someone's been watching Bake Off.
I'm not a good decorator, so I'm not the one to ask.
Can I tell you that Oliver actually went on Pinterest himself and
did he?
I searched Batman cakes and I said, you go and pick the one you want, son. Do you want to see the card I made him as well?
Oh, yes.
So we had our number dies and stencils. I did him a shaker card with the number dies and stencils, and he was thrilled to death this morning when I showed him his card. He's like, how did you make that, Mummy? Will you teach me how to make them type of cards? So I was just totally made up. And then do you want to see his Christmas card that we've done?
Yes, please.
So we've done,
Love
so we had to do 20 of these for all the kids in his class. So we sat and did all the insides one day, and then we hot glue gunned the pom-poms on the front, and he did a Sara and burned his finger on about the third one.
No.
So after that, he was frightened of the hot glue gun, and I was in charge of the glue gun, and he was sticking the pom-poms on. So that was his card that we did. And then do you want to see these few pictures of me dad on his, well, not on his birthday, but a couple of pictures of me and my dad, seeing it was his 70th.
Yes, please.
So this is me and my dad the day I got my MBE. So this was what, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this was me and my dad. And then if you go back 13 years ago when I got married, this was on my wedding day with me and my dad. And there's my little sister as well. And then actually, this one's hilarious. This is when I was teaching my dad how the selfie mode on his phone works.
that is really good.
And I just couldn't help but share them with you. So yes. So whoever asked for a look at how the Batman cake was coming along, I bet you didn't expect to get all of them photos. Neither did our poor Adam, who was working like Billy O then to try and get them all sorted. Right. I best get cracked on. Otherwise, enough chit chat, Joe, because we want to get something done. Right.
Absolutely.
10 minutes I've got to finish this, and then I can go and surprise our Oliver at pick up. Look what I'm going to do. This one here, you're probably wondering what on earth is this, right? Let me show you. Is this going to fit through here? Oh, I tell you what, I love it when we have little mini dies that fit through the mini. I mean, life's just awesome when you can do the bit paste like that, isn't it? So that goes straight into there, and you can cut 4 of these little corners at once. Now it is quite an intricate die, so I can feel there the pull it's taken to get it through. But then look, you see, it does all of this. If I pop out the little bits, I'm just going to use 2 of these on the on one of the corners. So can you see if I pop all these little bits out here, Joe? That's going to attach for us to pop our picture under the corner there, right? Whether it's your picture or in this case I'd stamped the shopping list, and we could do the little shopping list from there as well. So watch this, ready? So under here, plenty of tape around this part here, and that goes onto the corner like that. right? Now I've already stamped out the shopping list, so I just want to make sure I get these perfect, you see. That goes under there like that, right?
Oh, I love that.
And I'm going to do the same with this one here. So I want to make sure I get that in exactly the right place. So let's just put a little dot there so that I can see exactly where that's going to go. Yes, and then a little bit more tape on this.
Could you use these for picture corners in exactly the same way? If you're making like little photo albums and things?
Exactly the same way it would work, an absolute treat.
I'm going to need to get hold of some of these. I had a terrible thought yesterday, right? My best friend Lee was showing me some pictures, some old pictures of his family. And do you know, Sarah, I've got no digitalised pictures of any of my mum and dad's family, so like grandparents and all that sort of stuff. So what I need to do is I need to go back, I need to scan all the pictures in, and I think I need to make myself up some albums and digitalise them all as well. But this would be great if you wanted to just sit down and do that.
Oh, hey, do you know, I just think it's a brilliant way, as we've been saying all day, what's the point of having photos and having them saved on devices, right? We're all crafty people, and I think it's so much nicer to be able to do something and have, you know, and have just a bit of purpose to them, and I just think it's so much nicer. Right, let's have a little look at this. I'm going for it with all 4 pieces in the corner here. Now they're coming off there. That's stressing me out a little bit. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take a little bit off the bottom of here. So if we cut you off to there, and then we'll try this again and get these positioned on in the perfect place as well. Are you following?
I'm following so far. I am indeed. Everyone's following at home as well. Mary Ann saying she loves the photos. Thanks for sharing. I never know. Is it a photo or is it a picture, Sarah? In my head, I always have this in the dialogue. Is it a picture or is it a photo?
Well, I would say it's a photo. The photos I've just been showing you of me dad and that.
But so a photo that you take on a camera, is that a picture or a photo? Because I call it both.
Oh yeah, I refer to them as both, but I think that's quite nice to do that.
I thought it was one of those things that I've just said wrong forever and everyone was too polite to correct me, so I'm glad it's not.
I don't think you're wrong. Don't worry about that. You're doing really well.
Ellen says, you're fine.
You're doing really well there, Joe. You're doing
It is Monday, Sarah. It is Monday. Eleanor says, you're funny, Sarah. Anyway, I think it's all right. He'll love it because you do it. But Peggy as well saying beautiful pictures. Diane as well. Love the cake. Such a great job. Mine would not have looked that good. Neither would mine, Diane. Let me assure you of that.
Do you know what I always used to say, right? So I'm a little bit obsessed about this, making the kids' birthday cakes for them, right? So when I was little, my mum made my birthday cake every year, and I always remember, it really stuck with me that she'd done that, and I said, when I have kids, I'm going to do that. And of course I had boys, and I can't help but feel our boys as bothered as what girls are.
About what?
About like having like your mum make your own birthday cake. Now, at the moment they are. I'm sure when they're a little bit older, it won't mean as much to them that it meant to me that my mum was going to all that trouble.
I'm going to have to stop you there, Sarah, because my mum didn't make my birthday cake, or my brother's, because she thought along those lines that, you know, it was just a bit of a boy thing and, you know, we just preferred like a cowboy one from the shop or something like that.
Yep.
But I desperately wish that my mum would have made my birthday cake.
Really?
So if that answers the question,
yes, you've made my day.
Absolutely, 100%, you should make it every single year.
Oh, I fully intend to. Problem is, I started off really keen out the gate. So our Oliver's first year birthday, I did a 3-tier. So you imagine how the second tier there was squashing the bottom one. Imagine what my 3-tier Peppa Pig cake looked like. I mean, it was really a little bit ridiculous.
Maybe they just get slightly less elaborate and slightly more grown up as they get older.
Yes, that's exactly what. Now, Charlie had a dinosaur one last year,
I remember.
which I went for a shaped one. So I'm definitely going up in the world. Let's just say we're getting more advanced as my cake decorating skills have progressed as it was. Now let's have a little look at this. Can you see what I've done for the last one? If you use this part here, Joe, this die cut here, I think I've got one. Yep, there we go. I've got one here that I've already die cut. So I've just die cut that in the black. And watch, I'm going to stick it at the top and at the bottom. And I'm going to pull it nice and tight because I love the idea of having somewhere. So you imagine these are your receipts. You just pop all your receipts under like that. Yeah? So I've actually got, let's have a look. I did have one that said receipts. Oh, I've lost all my bits and pieces. Joe, what does this one here say? Receipts, receipts, receipts. There we go. And all I've done is I've got everything kind of stamped ready. So your receipts can go in there. Your don't forgets are going to go in here. Look at this, I've actually managed to get this whole thing finished, Joe. I'm pretty sure. So your little don't forgets on your notes are all going to go into there like that. Your receipts are all going to stick in the edges like this. We've got somewhere to put the little stamps when you get them. You've got place to put your photos, place to put your cards in there, and then we can keep all of our little notes in the little notepad section as well there.
Gorgeous.
Look at that. Oh, and then we need something to go on the front. So all I'm going to do is take that lovely Christmas from the front. You haven't got any ribbon over there, have you, Joe?
Oh, I have in these
little bit of
these
ribbon would be
pads. I have.
lovely.
What colour do you fancy? Like a coffee cream, a pink and blue, or an
Ooh,
orange?
Nice. Yeah. Let's have a look. Something that's going to go with me red.
I think then. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to bring them all to you. I can't take the pressure, Sarah.
It's like there's no way I want this going wrong. Let's have a look. Here it goes. Right.
I'm going to make it a you problem, not a me problem.
Oh, actually, look at that. I think that one there is going to go beautiful. Right, here we go. So, right, in here, I'm going to get a little bit of that lovely navy one. I do like this. I've used this navy an awful lot, Joe. And we'll use this to seal the whole thing together. So I'm going to go around like this, all the way around the back. And they're going to tie together nicely. Now, when I do this, I like to always stick my tape in first and then seal it down over the edge. So you see, I'm going to pull that tight, tape down there. And then this here, I'm going to use, I'm being so good with all my tacky glue. Don't forget, mind, at the end of the show, Joe, to pick a winner.
Oh, yes,
I
must.
wonder, do you know, pick the winner and ask them, would they rather have an organiser,
Okay,
or would they rather have the exploding box to fill up?
Okay,
And
should we pick one now?
Oh,
Should we do
hey,
it now?
come on then.
Right, I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, all the comments from the whole show, up and down. And it is going to Laurie Mazzio. Laurie Mazzio on
Laurie.
YouTube. You're the winner. Prizes at crafterscompanion.com. Email us and let us know which you prefer, the organiser or the exploding box. Let us know. How fabulous is that? Congratulations.
Look how nice and organised you could be with your little organiser like this. And then I love that we managed to get our exploding box. I showed everybody the important part of putting that exploding box together as well. So we can totally do a little bit of all sorts. Now look at this. Talk about finishing that in the nick of time, Joe. Just tying all that together perfectly.
Awesome, looks absolutely beautiful. So, now Sarah, I'm afraid you're going to have to get out of here.
I am going to have to be getting out of here. I'm going to surprise our Oliver for his birthday.
When are you back here on Craft TV?
Well, I was going to be back tomorrow, but as we're going dark all day, while the website has all that changeover, I will be back now on Friday.
Awesome. So make sure you join Sarah on Friday for Colour Me Happy, when I'm guessing she'll be up with Ben. So make sure you join her then. Right, there's so many. As well, if you've just joined us as well, yes, as Sarah was saying there, we are doing some essential maintenance across on our website tomorrow. The website will be down for most of the day, and therefore we won't be bringing you any shows. It's not going to affect the way that the website looks or feels, or how you shop or anything like that. It's just some backstage, behind the scenes, techie stuff that we need to get sorted out for you, just to make the whole experience even better. Right, I want to take you back through the deal on the... It's really weird. Stay there, right? I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to run over this side, because I can. See, look. There's no one here. I'm on my own. And I'm going to go back over this side again. Oh, this is awesome. Sarah's back. She's like, I can see you, Remblance. I can see you. I can do what I want. I can run riot. Right, let me show you what you're getting in the organiser. It's really, really busy at the moment. So you've got this one here, which is your... I'm out of breath now. Which is your ultimate organiser. That's your 13 dies in there. And they are what we're going to put together, the sort of main concept for you. That's what you've got there. And then what we're going to do is include, of course, everything that you need to get super organised in here as well. So what you've then got is you've got the make a list, those stamps there. I am genuinely out of breath, by the way. You've got the calendars in here as well. I was so unfit. And we've also got months, days and occasions there. as well as memo cards as well. You're going to get all of that in there. £73 if you're in the UK, $58.40 as a platinum member. Or if you're in the US, $92 or $73.60 as a platinum member. Betsy says, OMG, Joe, you are cracking me up. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Now, let's share with you some more inspirations. There's some of the great things that the design team have made with these. The great thing is what these are going to help you do is to utilise and bring in a lot of stuff that you already have. Think about maybe little border dies that you've got. Think about all those paper pads that you have. Maybe embellishments. Maybe you've got trims that you want to add onto here. Things like lace trims. Maybe you've got some toppers, small toppers that you want to use on here. There are loads of different ways that you're going to be able to put these together. What I love about them as well is that it's complete customization, down to how many sort of little openings you have in here, how many loose elements you have in here. Maybe you're going to take elements away as well. We talked about those corners which hold things in place. Absolutely. Bring those out and pop them into things like your photo albums if you want to. That's a whole other way of using them should you wish. And there's lots of different ways that you'll come up with using. I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to create using these. Loads of you still chatting away with me over on here. Carol says, oh Joe, you are so funny. Carol also says, no softer side tomorrow. No softer side tomorrow, but do you know what? We're going to have a double good one on next Tuesday. So it'll be a double bonanza one next week. So make sure you join us for softer side then. Something set them off in the gallery. I'm not quite sure what it is. I can't say anything anyway. So I'm over-promising, Carol, apparently. I'm over-promising. So who knows whether there'll be a soft side. Look, there's a lot of stuff going on here at the moment, right? And I am not really privy to the information. But what I do know, if I told you, I would be, you wouldn't see me again. There's a lot of very exciting things happening in the next few weeks. Just put it that way. Right. Moving on, because I've said too much already. Contemporary watercolour. This is awesome. What you've got in here is not just 40 sheets of paper, you've also got toppers in here. And these make awesome little tags. They're all die cut in here for you as well, which is absolutely awesome. 40 sheets. All of this is double-sided as well, which is fantastic. So I love this faux watercolour. Maybe with this, maybe like our water-reactive ink pads or our sparkle pens. You love the idea of doing this kind of look and feel and effect, but you just don't have maybe the confidence to it. You don't need to now because it's all done for you in paper pad form, which is awesome. And that means that if you don't have the product or the confidence to do it, it's awesome. If you're batch making, you need a lot of them very quickly, it's taken care of for you. $17.99 or $22.95 if you want to get that one. We've also got here as well traditional florals, which is this one just here. And now this is brilliant. Again, you've got those toppers in there. And then you've got the papers as well. Double-sided, 40 sheets. The brilliant thing about these are, I think they're quite grown up, aren't they? They're quite refined, these ones. I love that there's some more masculine ones that you could use in here as well. I think these paisley florals are absolutely gorgeous. They're like wonderful wallpaper designs. Really, really lovely there as well. $17.99, $22.95 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Right, some other paper pads to share with you as well. Always busy when we bring these ones to you. Debbie, what am I like? Robinson's in the studio. She's coming in to clean up Sarah's mess. It's fine, Sarah's here, she can't hear me say that. You got the navy and blush trio here. What you're going to get is you're going to get cardstock. What I love about this is you get 250 GSM cardstock in the plain colours. Then the patterns are 200 GSM. It's a really good combination. 250 is a good all-round weight for die cutting, for construction, for embossing. There's loads you can do with it. You get both sets of the paper pads and the ribbons. 30 sheets of the paper. It's kind of a paper card hybrid. 30 sheets of that, 24 sheets of the card, and 4 of the lengths of ribbon in there as well. £40 or $50. Different options for you. We've also got it in the Orange Sunset Trio, which is this one just here. You've also got the lovely lilacs as well, which are these ones just here. And you've also got the Caramel and Cream Trio as well, which is a really gorgeous colour combo right there. Now, very busy across everything you've seen so far on the show. Now, remember, you can use Club Inspire discounts across everything we bring to you here at Crafters TV. If you're not familiar with Club Inspire, then here's Sarah to take you through all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Debbie's telling me all about the downstairs toilet issues that we're having at the house, but you nearly had that. I really wish though, don't you, Debbie, people could hear what happens, like under just having a good old natter, we're having a little catch up, having a little bit of a chitter chatter. I was having a bit of nibble of Sarah's Christmas cake there. So we have a lovely time, we really do. Christine Mahoney says, Joe, they know you spill the beans, so do it. They wouldn't have told you if they didn't want you to, as they know you can't keep a secret. So tell us, honestly, it's just too big a secret. I'm sorry, it is like, it's the biggest secret we've ever had to keep in the whole history of crafting, I think. Sophie, and someone says, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. More crafting, Sophie. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do more crafting. Go over to YouTube as well, because obviously the website's going to be down, but get yourself over to YouTube, watch back some of your favourite masterclasses or shows, and also, do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love for you on Wednesday to share with me pictures of what you created on Tuesday when you weren't here with us. So Wednesday, fabulous shows coming up on Wednesday, of course. We'll be here with an alphabet masterclass in the first show at 1 p.m. That'll be myself and Jan, double Jan actually, and then myself and Jan will be here as well with Creative Cravings a little bit later in the evenings, which is swash dumps and the Peacock collection, embossing folders. There's absolutely loads coming up there in there as well. Fred says, Joe, you ran a bit, now you can eat your cake. I will be eating this cake. Don't you worry about that. Straight after the show. Right, shall I do some work, Johnny? Because I'm just kind of waffling on, aren't I? I'm just having a bit of a chit chat now. I don't really know what to do. I'm at a loss because I'm on my own. I mean, this doesn't happen, but it doesn't normally happen. Right, let's remind you of. Let me remind you of the organisers, which I don't know where I've put them. They're over here. There they are. I knew it all along. Just testing you, see. What you're going to get in here is you are going to get that ultimate organiser, and that is what's going to give you the kind of like the framework to create these really beautiful, we call them organisers, I almost want to call them wallets, that's how what they remind me of, but you've got everything that you need in here to make these really nice deep gusseted pockets, which has then got your things like friends details on here. Maybe it could be like a really elaborate phone, whatever happened to phone books? No one has them anymore, do they? But you could have an address book as well, using this if you want to. You've got receipts as well, so you want to file receipts, you've got the ability to do that. So yes, it is gorgeous and it looks absolutely beautiful, but it is wholly functional. Someone else is off to Wilkinson's as well. Wilkinson's gift card seems to be a very solid choice this Christmas. Where's this one? Oh, M&S. Now we're talking. That's a bit more fancy. So then you've also got in here, as well your notes if you want to make things like your notepads in here. Absolutely, you're going to be able to do that as well, as Sara has shown you all the way through this show. This wasn't as well the only, of course, show featuring these. We did the launch. I think it was me and Leanne actually that did the launch, and then there was a subsequent masterclass after that as well. So you've got 2 whole other full shows that you're going to be able to go and explore once you get this collection home. That's just one way of using it. Of course, if you want to, you can put then even more. You can put even more leaves in there, I guess is what you'd be calling these little elements just here, which you can absolutely ram chock-a-block full of all of your organisational needs. So that's what does that. It's that die there that creates that for you, which is awesome. Then what you need are all of the stamps, because the stamps are what really up your organisational game. So you've got make a list in here, shopping lists, receipts, gift cards, to-dos, important stuff. Maybe it's going to be don't forgets, naughty list, nice list. They're all on there for you. You've then got here as well your calendars. So your calendars absolutely essential for creating all of those calendars. And the great thing is they're interchangeable as well, so you can create pretty much any calendar you want. You've then got all of your months, days, and occasions, which is awesome. So you've also, you've got things like friends and neighbours and families, meeting, work, cards, Christmas, holidays, all taken care of for you in there. And then finally, you have the memo card as well. And then on the memo card, you've got all of those different things that you might need to remember in there. And it also enables you to print out that grid, which you're going to use with a lot of the other collections. Although they are 4 standalone collections, I think when you get them all together and they all work simultaneously side by side, then they really do work beautifully. Remember, if you're getting the whole collection, you're going to get all of those gorgeous stamps, and you're going to get that worker die there that you need as well. £73 or $92. If you're in the club and you are a platinum member, $58.40 or $73.60. Loads coming up in the next hour. Lots of you have been asking to see pictures of my tree and my reef. So I tell you what, I will share those with you in the next show. I'll get them sent over to Adam in the gallery. Just a couple though. Diane says as well. Diane's saying she's quite forceful with demanding pictures of the tree, I will say. I'll show them to you in the next hour. Betsy saying as well, now I'm really intrigued by the secret. Okay, we need to stop talking about it, guys, because even just talking about something that we shouldn't be talking about is going to be enough to get me in trouble, all right? So, enough. Right, there is a great show coming up. You've got an hour to get yourself sorted out, get a kettle on, maybe have some breakfast or some lunch, depending on where you are. And join myself and Debbie, because we've got a really chock-a-block full 2 hours coming up for you with Monday Makers in just over an hour's time. So hopefully I'll see you in an hour's time. Don't forget, we won't be here with you tomorrow. We've got some essential maintenance going on the website, which means the website will be down for most of the day. It won't affect how the website looks and feels on Wednesday when it comes back. It's just some behind the scenes stuff. But yes, make sure you join us in an hour's time for that awesome Monday Makers. I'll see you there. Take care.